All right, everybody, welcome to the call today. This is Scott Pierce at Listings to Leads, and we are going to be covering GeoFarm Mastery, circle prospecting as well, and how to use that to grow your business. So where it doesn't take 9 months to get listings, that we're doing it in hopefully under 60 days and for sure under 90 days. And we're going to do this. It's going to, the first part of this call will be a little bit typical. So it's going to be some of the stuff that you're going to imagine that you would hear in a call like this. But then there's other things that we're going to be talking about where you might not have considered this as part of farming. And so hopefully that will help you realize how we can actually identify, start working, and start leveraging and start getting listings from our farm. Like I said, quick. So in this doc that I got up that you're taking a quick look at, I'm going to point out here one of our clients. He is not the only one where, and we're going to be talking about this in this call, where he sends out 200 to 500 of the nearby homeowner letters, depending on the size of the subdivision. And he'll go up to 1,000 on a larger one. As far as mailings, mostly does it for the sold listings, as you can see there. He also he did a just listed today to a condo building, 10 listings this year, sold 5, 1 pending, and 4 current listings. That's not bad. That is not bad. And here's a beautiful thing. He sent me this note, this email, after this presentation was prepared. So I think you're going to see a lot in this presentation that was done before he ever sent this to me. I think you're going to see how beautifully it lines up. There's a few things that are a little bit different. There's a lot more things that are going to give us a lot more security and consistency and making sure that we're going to leverage the investment in both time and money that we're making into that farm. But just keep in mind, I'm not going to wait 9 months for this plan to work. I need this plan to work fast. So there's great information here about how to select a GeoFarm. That is actually all in the mastermind group. I just did a post this morning. So if you go to the mastermind group in Facebook, it's the Listings to Leads private mastermind group available for our clients. You will see the walkthrough on how to select a GeoFarm, how to do some research, how to make sure it's going to be a great long-term strategy, right? A GeoFarm is forever. So we want to make sure that we're not going to select one that in 2 to 3 years is going to fall off a cliff. So take a look at that. Again, it's in the mastermind group. You can comment. We can have a great conversation on any of the particulars here. But essentially, we're going to have a GeoFarm of 500 to 1,000 plus people. And like I said, part of this is going to be the typical nearby homeowner letter, door hanger, postcard, calling stuff. But then again, like I said, we've got some really powerful other tool that is going to make it so that these people in our farm, they're going to see us on social media. They're going to see us via email. They're going to see us in the community. They're going to see us all over the place. And so they are going to think that we are not just the dominant agent in their area, that we're one of the dominant agents, period. That is the name of the game. So if you need to, and you don't need to do this right away. So we could start this project, right? This strategy without this, but there's so much great use case for getting the GeoFarm property and homeowner data for your GeoFarm that I'm going to highly recommend. And there are programs. Let me just move this over here. And I apologize for not bringing it up a little bit earlier. But for example, My Plus Leads, RedX, I think Vulcan 7, right? There are other programs out there as well. They've all got their pluses and minuses. They've all got their fans, everything. But let me just show you, regardless of the one that you pick that you think would be best for you, they've got nearby home neighborhood data, even likely to list. And if you're on our call or if you're in the mastermind group, you know that we've got an amazing expired funnel as well as a FSBO funnel. And so you can see here, they've got that data as well. I just like to point out that a service like this will give you a massive leg up in being able to connect with people, not just for GeoFarm and circle prospecting, but also to go after the expireds, which are absolute. Oh my gosh, if you're not using the listings to leads expired training, then you're absolutely missing out, because that is one of the best sources to go after for listings. And you can create the landing pages for the neighborhood. Then you get the flyers, postcards, door hangers, emails, and the scripts, and the posts, and the ads, all like in 30 seconds that you can start deploying to go after those expireds. Same thing for the FSBOs there as well. Again, I just like to point out that we're all trying to watch a budget, but at the same time, this is a great investment to make in your business. And so you can go to My Plus Leads. Once you identify your GeoFarm, you did the research, you think it's a great one, you go to a program like My Plus Leads, RedX, Prospect Boss. You can get all the data for that GeoFarm. You can run some filters through it. You can use even like a likely to list. And then we can pull that data, and then we're going to get their name, email, phone number, property address. You should skip trace it so that you get the phone numbers not on the DNC. Again, this is an investment, but you are going to leverage all of that data. You're going to leverage that data immediately to start getting listings. So the best tools to use to get into a GeoFarm and start getting listings fast are the nearby homeowner letters for an open house, a pending, or a sold listing. You saw the comment in the beginning of the call from Corey, sending 200 to 500 nearby homeowner letters. He's mostly doing just sold, but a lot of clients have success with just listed. A lot of clients have success with open house. A lot of clients have success with pending. And the three in the order I would do, again, open house, pending, or sold. If it's my listing, great, but it could be a listing that I borrowed. It could be an open house that I'm holding open for somebody else, and I get out 200 postcards, 200 nearby homeowner letters, or 200 post door hangers. It doesn't really matter exactly what. The letters are always better. And we'll talk a little bit more about using the letters, but marketing and a listing where there's activity around it. And this is why I don't like just listed as a little bit almost boring, but it works. Again, I totally have had clients use just listed and they literally get listings the first time they do it. But again, open house. And the other thing I like about open house is you can use our open house mastery training, where we talk about how our open house marketing, right, that'll generate a lot of great leads. Obviously, using the nearby homeowner letter here will help generate seller leads in addition to buyer leads. But if you take our open house mastery training, it walks you through how to conduct the open house. So we're talking signs, catering, cheap or higher expensive food items, drinks, the scripts to say when people walk in, the handouts to have, to hand them when they come in, so that you get more engagement opportunities, so that you can have more conversations, so that you get more people, homeowners and home buyers to work with. And I'll point out where the home mastery training is, but that's why I like open houses. There's more engagement opportunities if I'm marketing the open house. Pending and just sold are also fantastic. Pending is fantastic because they probably didn't realize the property was pending. So they may not realize the property ever went into contract. And the same thing with just sold. And here's the thing. You can easily also do this with a just sold listing that is not even yours. And I'll walk you through that here a little bit later as well. In fact, I got a whole training on how to borrow a pending and sold listing to market, because that is one of the best ways to generate listing leads, period, is marketing a pending or sold listing, yours or borrowed. So just keep in mind, when we're thinking about what is it that we are going to go into our farm with on our kind of like our big monthly basis communication, open houses, pendings, and just solds. And we'll walk through the specific tools a little bit later. But do understand all of the landing pages. So what is your home worth? iBuyer, the 100-point home marketing plan, the soon to be released cash offer landing page, and then all of the PDF guides. So Ultimate Guide to Selling Your Home, 5 Dangers of Overpricing Your Home, right? All those great PDF guides for homeowners and home sellers have postcards, door hangers, letters, flyers, and scripts as well. So you've got, oh my gosh, you got over like around 100 different things that you can share with homeowners in your area. Absolutely crazy. But what I want you to do is I don't want you to overcomplicate it. I don't want you to overthink it, because again, if you can roll with making sure you can do an open house or market a pending or sold listing in that farm every month, you're going to be beautiful. You're going to be just fine. Now, if you are in our social media mastery call, and this is totally free. In fact, let me just show you real quickly here. A amazing way to get into your farm where, again, people they can't not see you, is to market a pending or sold listing every week. And I'm going to drop this training right in. This is the mastermind group. I would do this every single week for a listing in the farm, like I said, but in this training, I walk you through, I would do a video for every single listing that is pending or sold that goes through your farm, and just use the listings to lead script for the borrowed or pending listing. You'll see it in the training here. And imagine, Andrew, every pending listing that comes through your neighborhood, you're up there, and I'm just going to quickly paraphrase this. I don't want to get into the entire script here in this call, but imagine, right, Andrew, the video, the home on Maple Drive just went into contract. It's not your listing, right? Hey, everybody, this is Andrew here at LPG Realty. Just want to let you know that another home on Maple Drive went into contract. It listed for $865,000. It listed on August 31st. Beautiful house, great lighting on a corner lot, right? Updated kitchen, looked beautiful. I'm sure it's got a great offer on it, but comment or DM below if you'd like to get the updated price after this sells. And of course, your local home values are changing when this home closes escrow. DM or click below to get your free home value estimate. Does that make sense? Not your listing. You're not stealing anything from them. And you're able to bring that content to your audience, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. You can upload that video on all those platforms, and it literally takes you 30 seconds. And imagine how your business would change if you did that for every single pending and sold. You make sure that you fully market a pending or sold listing every week. That alone is going to blow up your business, and it doesn't cost a lot of money. I'm going to skip past this. We're good here. I'm going to get into the accounts in a few seconds. I will say consistency for conversion. If you're going to do this on a haphazard basis, it's not going to be a very good result. And that's why you'll see in the beginning of the call, we were talking about making sure that you can commit to this, because otherwise it's going to be a waste of time. But if you commit and if you do all of these activities, and a lot of them are free, a lot of these activities are free to do. So you don't have to spend a ton of money to get this done. So let's get into the accounts. Go to listingstoleads.com. If you're not a client, everything we're going to do here, you can do in a free trial. When you log in, you're going to land on the dashboard just like this. And what did we talk about? We talked about trying to market an open house to our farm. If we don't have an open house, we'll do a pending or sold. But let's first look at an open house here. So if I click market listing, we walk in social media mastery, we do the ads, we do the post. In database mastery, we talk about the e-flyers to our database, the call scripts to our database. In GeoFarm and circle prospecting mastery, it is the nearby homeowner letter. I'm just going to show you first, and then we'll come back to them. The door hangers and postcards, and then the circle prospecting script. And if you're doing this for a listing, obviously it's a farm / circle prospecting script. So this would be the script that we are going to call, right, those homeowners after we either hopefully drop off a nearby homeowner letter or email it, drop off a door hanger or a postcard to that farm. And that's great. And that alone very likely will generate some some leads at least. But since we are all professional salespeople, since we are all proactive and we've got agency over our actions, you are going to call. That's why you bought the data. You're going to start calling these people with this script. It's an excellent script. It's a kind of a did you get script related to a property near them. And so use this script to call as many people as you can. There's going to be a number of benefits when you're making these calls. A lot of times you might get voicemail. And if you get voicemail, that's great. Leave a voicemail. If you get somebody on the line and they probably have never heard from you before, and if they're not interested in talking to you, don't worry about it. If they hang up on you, some of them are going to hang up on you. Some of them are going to just say no thanks and hang up on you. That is totally fine because you are a professional salesperson, and it is our goal to find the people to serve. And I'm going to share, I just saw this yesterday, and this Brandon, and so he was doing a video. Dang it. He did a video and he's talking about what is the best first line ever. And along the lines of this, right? So if you call somebody and they pick up the phone, start with, hey, John and Scott, and they might not be thrilled to hear from me since I'm a real estate agent, but do you want to end the call right now? Or can I have just 30 seconds to explain why I'm reaching out? And I thought that was a cool way that he phrased that, because it throws the person that is getting the call in total control. And you've almost made yourself a little bit subservient without doing it actually right. You put yourself in a vulnerable spot with them by saying that you're not going to be thrilled to hear from me. I'm a real estate agent. You got full authority to end this call right now, but can I have 30 seconds to tell you why I am calling? And he reported that was a great way to get people to actually stay on the line. Try that as your intro, but then get into it with this right here. Here's the thing. Everyone is going to have a intro that will work better for them, and word it differently, different tone, different pace of your words. All of this stuff is so important because we don't want to come across as low energy on the phone. We don't want to come across as too salesy on the phone. And so that's why when I say, when we're making these phone calls, especially in the beginning, you are learning the discipline. First of all, you're learning the process to even do it, right? If there's 10 of you, all 10 of you are going to do it just a little bit differently. So you're getting through your processes, then you're getting to your discipline. Do we have the discipline to actually sit down and do it? Then you're getting to making sure you got the right script for the right thing. That's where Listings to Leads is so awesome, because we're doing this with you on a daily basis. Essentially, we got the content calendar under training for you to follow. But this script is awesome. It's going to help engage with the homeowner near the open house, the pending or sold listing. All right. Every status, the script is just a little bit different, but it's going to help get more conversations with homeowners. Now let's go back to the nearby homeowner letter. And again, in the mastermind group, you could search nearby homeowner letter, because there's been a lot of posts lately. So there was a post on this from last week, I believe, but it's down the page now. But you could just scroll down in the mastermind group, and you'll find that a few posts about this letter. Notice I can click print mail, or I can just download it as is. So you got different options. If you click print mail, you could upload your list that you got from My Plus Leads, Redx, Prospect Boss. Again, that list that you got of all the nearby homeowner letters, or all the nearby homeowners in the farm, you mail to my list, select list, or you can upload a list. So you can mail it out to your farm from here. You can download this letter. And let's take a look at this letter and see why it is so good. And the postcards and door hanger follow a similar path. And, oh, Jason, yeah, okay. Yeah, I thought that was a great line. It might work for some people in some areas and not so well in other areas. And you might come up with even a better kind of hook with that opening, but I think it's worth trying out for sure. But at the end of the day, if the main content of the script is weak, then you're not going to have the great conversation. Yeah, I think we're good there. So here's the letter for our open house. Just want to let you know that we're having an open house on Sunday from 1 to 4 p.m. And it's got the domain, QR code they can scan. They can also send a text. And then notice here, when this home is sold, it looks like your home's value, a little bit of information there that came in. And then they can go here to get their home value update. Now, when they scan the QR code for the listing, they can get their home value update there as well. No matter what they do, you're going to be able to get them as a lead, which is absolutely awesome. Now, in the open house mastery training, I talk about how to convert this letter into an invitation for a neighbors only preview. For example, in open house mastery, we talk about invite all the neighbors to, and this is part of geofarming, right? This is part of circle prospecting. And that is why having an open house is so powerful, so powerful. Have a preview on Thursday, Wednesday, whatever evening it's going to be. You can edit this letter right here. So I'm back in the letter and I click edit. I can edit this letter, and you'll see examples of this in the mastermind group for sure. Just want to let you know that we're having and if you can't really see what I'm doing, I'm editing this letter to say we're having a NEI, nay, and then I'm just going to change Sunday to Thursday. And I'll say from 4 to 6 p.m. How awesome is that? And now I could go knock on the doors of the neighbors. Hey, my name is Scott Pierce from L2L Realty. Just want to let you know that we're having a neighbors only preview. It'll be, in fact, I'm going to put here, neighbors on open house. I'm going to put something like that right there. I'm going to scroll down, just make sure it still prints on one page. I don't want this you don't want to add too much where it bumps it down to a second page. But now I can go knock on the doors and invite all the neighbors to my open house preview that I'm having on Thursday from 4 to 6. And if you use our open house mastery training, you will see how to leverage that time investment with just a little bit of money and some planning. Planning is where it's at. Planning is awesome. And the planning that you will do after getting our open house mastery training will help you convert more of those people into business. But the letter is just awesome. Now, if you're going to use a letter, let's say with a pending or sold listing, what some people do is they'll print it, tri-fold it, and then have somebody hand address it and stamp it, because the more it looks like a personal letter, the more people are going to open it and the more results you're going to get, right? And this is just standard, right? The more it looks like processed through a print mail house, right? It still works, but it gets beat up in the mail. It's got all those indicias on it. It looks like it came from who knows where, versus when somebody gets a letter, right? Something looks like and this could be just tri-folded. It could be tri-folded and stuffed in an envelope, right? There's the number of ways you can do it, but the more it looks inviting. We've even had clients, they do colored envelopes with colored markers as far as writing the address, right? So like a liquid colored marker, right? Silver is popular, gold is popular, right? Depending on the color of the envelope. So there's a lot of really cool things that you can do with this. But letter is best. Door hangers can be great as well. I do the door hanger because a postcard is usually thrown in with a bunch of other stuff. And so you're looking at all that stuff and you're just trying to see what you're going to throw away. And so that's where, again, the letter looks more personal. It's going to get opened way more often than a letter that looks like it got beat up in the mail. And similar to the door hanger, right? A postcard can get stuck in the mail. It can be in between a lot of different things. Whereas the door hanger's on the door and it's got all the same great lead capture as the letter and postcard. So here's that door hanger. And you can see there's a QR code. There's the text code. There's the domain, right? When this home is sold. Now, this won't be set up to invite them to the neighbor's preview. So I can't use the door hanger for that, but the letter would by far be the best thing. And now here's the thing. If you're going to do a nearby neighbor open house, use the same call script to call through to the neighbors to invite them to the open house or to the nearby neighbor preview. Does that make sense? So again, we want to, and I would do, you could also do a post maybe in a next door group, right? Post this to next door, have your homeowner, if appropriate, or you, if you're in the group. Because again, posting a standard straight up open house may not be allowed by the next door group, unless maybe your seller does it. But man, can you imagine what a great post in the next door group if it's a good one? Sometimes those are nuts. But you get the idea. Makes sense? And I'll just show you here. If I go back to the dashboard, if you scroll down the dashboard for any pending or sold listing, yours or borrowed, we got the same thing. So let me click on market listing for a sold listing. And I will click on the nearby homeowner letter. I will just download it, but obviously you can print mail, you can edit this. So you could edit the just sold, for example, to say 586, right? So here's, and this is one that Corey in that comment in the very beginning is using. So it's the just sold nearby homeowner letter. I don't think he's editing it. I think he's just using it straight up, right? How awesome is that? And now again, just like the open house, right? Edited it for the neighbor preview. This could be edited also to say, 12 the 849 Maple Door and Granite Bay just sold with 4 offers, $15,000 above the Zillow's estimate, and seen by 84,000 people across all platforms via our 100 plus point home marketing plan. Wow. Can you imagine how awesome that would be? And it's easy to do because all of these sit in an editor. So I can just click edit. And just like I said a minute ago, sold with, let's just say 3 offers, 15,359 over the Zillow estimate with our 100 plus point marketing plan in 34 days. And I mentioned, when I was talking, I mentioned seen by $84,000, or in fact, yeah, over Zillow's estimate and seen by over 84,000 people across all. There we go. Come on. Can you imagine? And then again, whether you're door knocking, door dropping, or just putting it in the mail. And the thing I like about door knocking, and I totally get it, that a lot of people aren't going to do it, can't do it, won't do it, whatever. But I'm telling you, if you want to get into your farm, that's why I said in the beginning, right? We talk about how to pick a GeoFarm. Are you able to get to that GeoFarm every week? Don't have a GeoFarm that you're going to maybe once a month. That makes absolutely no sense. You want to make sure that you can go through your farm area. And again, safety reasons, going with a buddy, especially nowadays, I get it. But if door knocking is something that you can do, understanding that it can be something that can really help propel your business, but do it in a safe and responsible manner. A lot of people are still doing it. A lot of people get phenomenal results from it. But again, I don't care. Letter, door hanger, postcard. I walked you through the order of those. And then again, you can mail it, you can door knock it, you can door drop it. But the key is get it to the homeowners. And I gave you the order that I would do it. I would start with open house, pending, and just sold. We walked through all of that. And then I said, also, all the landing pages and the PDF guides have this as well. So whether it's a free home value, whether it's iBuyer, whether it's a 100 point home marketing plan, if you click on marketing tools, and here you're going to see postcards and door hangers. Let me just download. You can see I can print and mail from here. I can download and print and mail from whatever service I want. So here's that front of the postcard. How awesome is that? Get top dollar for your home with our 100 point home marketing plan. Or how we'll get you home and scan the QR code. You can do that if you don't pause the video, if you're watching the recording, scan that, check that out. Awesome. And then the back you can see has a great call to action there as well. We got the door hangers. We got the print flyers. Print flyers are a little bit different than the nearby homeowner letter, but it's nice, right? Great design. Got the QR code. Beautiful layout here. It's just an awesome flyer. Excellent, excellent flyer. And then lastly, we got the farm and circle prospecting script. Again, that's why if you have the ability to get the data for your farm, it will pay you back if you leverage it with listings to leads. The beautiful thing about some of these scripts, and always take a look at the script and go through it a few times, obviously, before you start using it. But what I want to point out here is there's a version when you don't use the letter, postcard, or door hanger, that's going to be less conversion. So it's better to send it out, because then it becomes more of a did you get phone call. And even if you leave a voicemail, you're able to reference the letter, the postcard, the door hanger. So they got it in their mind. Oh, this is not just an utterly random phone call. They're an agent calling about the postcard that they sent related to the pending listing that just happened, related to the home value changing. So when you're able to tie a phone call into a physical direct mail piece like that, it's a lot better for you. But what I want to point out here is script A and script B, and we're probably going to add C and D maybe, just to give you alternate endings based on what's working for you, the way you like to do your business, and your local market. Here you can see I'm putting together home value reports together for my clients this week. They will be more detailed and accurate than the online tools a lot of people use. And then would jason@goodwin.com be the best email to send your value report to when it's ready. Script B, I don't know if you're interested, but your free CMAs. You can see that. And again, we're just making the assumptive close, confirming their, because again, we got their email address from My Plus Leads or RedX. So we're able to call a phone number not on the DNC. We're able to reference the fact of their email. And then, right, if they say yes, the beautiful thing about this is just drop them into the free home values landing page. If I'm talking to somebody here and they go, yeah, give me a home value report or give me a CMA, you can drop them into the free home values landing page and listings to leads, and or use your MLS or use another program to create that and get that over to them. I wouldn't do a detailed, but you might have programs that are not available to regular people that will give a better result than Zillow. That's what we're looking for. Again, all the landing pages have those tool sets. So free home values, 100-point home marketing plan, iBuyer, and there's a few others. And I'm going to scroll down to the PDF guides for the seller leads. So again, here, ultimate guide to selling your home. I just saw an email from some vendor that you could get their ultimate guide to selling a home for $10. We got 40 guides, 40 times 10. That'd be a lot of money. And it's all free when you have a listings to leads account. And so if I click on marketing tools, you're going to see postcard and door hanger, print flyer, and the script. So maybe I do an open house this month. Next month, I do a sold listing. Maybe the next month I do a cash offer piece. And then the next month I could do the ultimate guide to selling your home piece. And the beautiful thing in all of this is, and this is why this works so well, not only are we doing those typical GeoFarm activities, but as via social media mastery, we're going to do the ad. These same people in our farm, right? These same 200 to 400 people in our farm that either get a letter, the postcard, or the door hanger, hopefully they get a phone call as well. They're likely going to see the ad. So they're going to see the ad because we're going to run the ad at around the same time. If you're into doing Google, that's expensive. And, I'm always very hesitant and I want to make sure that I frame this properly. Great leads, a lot of money. I don't want you going broke generating Google leads. I want you to learn all the other tools first, then you can get into Google because you're going to spend $1,000 to $2,000 a month with Google. But if you are doing Google, check out our Google platform. It's actually really impressive. A lot of customization that you can do, and we get great feedback from people doing Google. In fact, a client, I think it was this PDF. He did the ad, got a lead, and got the listing within 72 hours. It was quick. So yeah, these work to generate listings as well. And then you're going to do the post. You got the short form video that you can do with this. You will be sending an e-flyer to your database for this. And again, whether it was the open house, the pending, the sold listing, whether it was the home values landing page or a PDF guide, right? When we do all of these marketing activities together, it creates, right? It creates this like whirlwind of branding, of visibility, right? And then of engagement from people that are likely to act because again, they're seeing you all over the place, right? They got your postcard, they got your door hanger, they got your letter, right? For any one of these content pieces. Then they're going to get a phone call. Then they see an ad. Then they see a post. Then they get an e-flyer, right? Then they see your short form video script, all different platforms. You are everywhere. And the beautiful thing about it is every month they're seeing a new message from you. And now here's a even better thing is they're seeing you all the time, right? You're not doing one thing a month, right? You're doing a lot, you're doing other marketing, but for this part of it, they're going to see you once a month. Now, any questions on that? Boring stuff. All right. It's not boring, right? It's a lot of fun if you can wrap your head around the strategy of it. Do not overcomplicate it. Do not quit when it doesn't work the first or second time you try it, because it was the first or second time you tried it and you're probably missing something, right? You're not as good as you could be, right? Because you're so new at doing it. But we've had people get listings the first time they try it. We've had people get listings the second time they try it. But just understand, the more consistent you are with this audience and you leverage all of these tools, you're going to be successful. Any questions on any of that stuff so far before I get into what I think is the fun stuff? And this week is such a great week. We're going to leverage our farm this week for free, and we're going to have a lot of fun doing it. Any questions? You guys excited? Chadwick, I haven't heard from you in any of these calls. And Ken, good to see you. Ken, I love feedback from you. To become the community expert, mayor, or celebrity, which can happen a lot quicker than you think if you actually, right? I already gave you one of the best tips and I've never heard that from anybody before, about doing a short form video for every single pending or sold listing. I gave you a sample script earlier in the call, but in listings to leads, we looked at all the every listing status, whether it's yours or borrowed, has a short form video script. So could you imagine how much your audience is going to grow if you just did that one thing that is free? And by the time you did the third or fourth or fifth one, you'd probably have it down to where you were getting it. You would see the pending listing come through. You would be able to, in your mind, wrap your head around the video and start recording that video and publish it within 2 to 3 minutes. Can you imagine? In 2 to 3 minutes, you will have an awesome piece of content out the door on something that is of high interest to local people in your farm, and it's free just because you're paying attention and you actually do the work. But to become the community expert, mayor, and celebrity in listings to leads, we have got the short form video scripts on the dashboard, and in the social content section, we got the entire monthly calendar, right? And so what I want you to do is, I'm still on the dashboard. Just scroll down. We'll scroll down past the guides, and right here, short form video scripts. So here's how we are going to have a lot of fun. We're going to get famous. People are going to start coming up to us in the grocery store. Can you imagine the time when people actually recognize you and start talking to you, and over time, you're going to start getting business just from that alone. So look at this. Oh, today is National Cheeseburger Day. We're going to have fun at this one. It's also World Monitoring Day, Talk Like a Pirate, National Pepperoni Pizza Day. So Gratitude Day is great. National Cleanup Day is going to be a good one. We're going to do little videos and we're going to tie them into local businesses. And we're going to leverage the social media audience we're going to create an affinity between us and their audience because we're doing a video talking about the establishment. We're talking about how much we like it. We're giving a little bit of information about it. All the people that like the place we're doing the video about are going to start liking us. They're going to wonder what else they like about us. They're going to start being more interested in us because we're talking about things that they like. And we're going to be doing it like 3 to 4 times a week. It's totally free. Again, when you get used to doing these videos, and you don't have to be in the videos. You literally don't have to be in these videos. But let me show you this. Today is National Cheeseburger Day. I'm going to go to Yelp and I'm going to type in cheeseburger and the melt hot buns. Ooh, that looks good. Burger Lounge, Fred's Burger. All right, let's try hot buns. Sounds fun. And so what I'm doing here is I'm looking for a local business. I'm not looking for Five Guys necessarily. Oh, in fact, you know what? This one just came up. Newbin's drive-through. I just saw this. It's like a local place. And I just saw actually a Facebook post on this where they were talking about the owner, how much they, really appreciate. He's been a long time member of the community. And in fact, he may not even have that great of a Instagram. But let's go check out. And I'm going to find Newbin. There we go. 629 followers. This isn't the greatest, but I do know these guys have a very loyal following, super loyal following. Yeah, it's old school. I mean, gosh, this place has been around since like the 40s, I think. So they're not into social media as much as I might like normally. Normally, what I want to do is I want to find the day that I'm going to do let's come back into here. So I want to find the local establishment that relates to this day. And then I want to find their Instagram page. I want to make sure they got a good Instagram page because we're going to do a video and we can upload it to a lot of places, but Instagram is normally the best place. If you're on TikTok or you're on another platform that you want to do this as a focus, then do it. But I'm just going to show you with Instagram. So it's National Cheeseburger Day today. There is a great cheeseburger place here. And so I am going to use this script right here. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to reword it to reflect the local business Newbins, the fact that I'm making a cheeseburger, right? So check this out. And I'm at the drive-through. I'm at Newbins, or I'm at wherever I'm at for getting a cheeseburger, right? Hey, everyone, it's Scott Pierce here. And today's National Cheeseburger Day. And cheeseburgers are an American tradition that we all absolutely love. And if you have not had a cheeseburger from Newman's, you are missing out. This place has been around since the 1940s. It's 3rd generation, and it is still loved by everybody in the area. One of our absolute all-time favorites. But comment below, what is your favorite place for the cheeseburgers? What do you like on your cheeseburgers? And we'll talk to you soon. That's it. It's super short. You're going to tag the business. You're going to hashtag the business. And then you're also going to use the location option in the post if it's available. Most of them are. And now you're going to have a video on National Cheeseburger Day. We're tying in a lot of these kind of fun ideas of, right? Friday, National Pepperoni Pizza Day. We're going to do the same idea at a pizza house. Again, locally owned is the key here. Because what that does is it allows us to establish relationships with the business owners. In the beginning, probably not so much. In the beginning, again, you're learning just the discipline to even do it. you're learning the process to actually get it in your head and get comfortable and be flexible, right? To be as good as, I don't want to say as good as I am, but you will get as good as I was just there, where literally on the first try, I got a pretty darn good video, right? As far as my language, right? My words that I used. And you can record it 2 or 3 times. Maybe the first time is whatever, but don't worry about being perfect. And that's what the beautiful thing is. As you start doing these videos, you're going to realize I don't need to be perfect, right? I just need to be me. I don't need to be Brad Pitt. I don't need to be whoever you think you need to be. You just need to be yourself, and you need to produce content, because your tribe will find you, and you're going to get better, and you're going to expand your tribe, your audience. And then imagine, right? And now here's a good one, National Cleanup Day. Let's talk about National Cleanup Day a little bit. Now, all of these do have scripts that we give you that you could do as well. I like the version I gave just a minute ago because it ties into that local business a lot. But for National Cleanup Day, I want to challenge all of you that are on this call. Wow, a lot of people on this call. That's awesome. I want to challenge you to get a small little group of people together that will commit to doing a cleanup at a local park, a local beach, a local forest, a local whatever. And so now you get your little group of maybe 3 or 4 people that will go out with you on Saturday morning. And then I want you to do a video and even an email to your database promoting this. I want you to invite everybody to come out to X, bring a trash bag. You're going to bring coffee. You're going to bring your pickup truck, so everything can go in there and you'll take it to the landfill afterwards. But I want you to organize a cleanup event in your area. If you need to get with the school, ask or whatever. I think if it was a park, you just show up. I know that we've done cleanups. There's a lake not too far here, and they just get 10 people, and they just 10, 15 people. It's like a boys club thing, whatever. And so they got the boys, they got a couple of parents, and they just walk with trash bags. And at the end of it, they put the trash bag into someone's truck and they take it away. You can do the same thing. How great would that make you look to your farm? Can you imagine? You're going to do a video and you're going to do a local cleanup of something in your farm area, right? I would also, again, I would do a video. Hey, Scott Pierce here. And I want to let everybody know that on Saturday, the 21st, is National Cleanup Day. How awesome is that? And we're going to be meeting over at Limby Park with some people. We're all going to be bringing trash bags, and we're going to clean that up so that it is perfect for the kids on National Cleanup Day. If you can join us at 10 a.m., I'll be bringing coffee, and I've got a truck that I will be taking all the trash to the landfill. Would love to have you join us. DM or comment below for more information. Does that make sense? Everybody get that? How easy would that be to do? And again, it's that goodwill. It is that awesome service, right, that you're going to be performing. It doesn't cost any money. It doesn't cost any money to promote. It doesn't cost any money to do, right? Maybe the coffee, you go to Starbucks, you get a thing of coffee for 15 to 20 bucks. Now you're giving coffee to people. And listen, if a lot of people don't show up, that's fine, because it was maybe the first time you've ever done an event like this. But the more of these kind of things that you can do, the better you're going to get. And at some point, can you imagine, right? Everything starts off small and it starts off uncomfortable and it starts off unsure. But as we go through and we do it more and more consistently, and we watch just instinctively how to get a little bit better each time, within a couple of months, within 3 months, your whole life can change. Your whole life can change. And so keeping up here real quickly as we end the call today, let's go to social content, because in these videos where we are going to be the local celebrity, mayor, and star, you don't have to record them on the day of. And so by that, today is the 18th. Awesome. So again, it's National Cheeseburger Day. So obviously today you're going to want to get that video out the door if you can. But you could also record whenever you wanted to beforehand. National Pepperoni Pizza Day. Obviously, you want to do the video and email for National Cleanup Day ahead of time. Get in the mastermind group if you want to talk about that. Maybe leave a comment on, would this be a good idea? Would that be a good idea? Or how to do it, or how to do an email. We can talk about that in the mastermind group. That'd be awesome. Next week's a little bit light. but I'm sure we can find some ideas. Oh, the 29th, right? National Coffee Day. That's awesome. World Animal Day would be a good one. But yeah, we got more things coming up. But this week, I would for sure try to get a video out for a local hamburger place in your area. And again, think of yourself as an ambassador to your local area, right? And maybe that's a good way of thinking about this. You are an ambassador of your local area, and you want people to see how great these places are. And so you could do a video about a hamburger place any day of the week, any day of the year that you wanted to. But the fun thing about tying it to a kind of a day of the year thing is it just makes it more fun as a content piece, right? So when I can start off with, hey, this is Ken, and did you know that today is National Cheeseburger Day? If you've never been to Newman's drive-through, their cheeseburgers are amazing, right? Third generation place, been around since the 40s, loved by everybody in the area. And if you haven't been here yet, you really owe it to yourself to get over here and try their cheeseburgers. But hey, let me know where your favorite cheeseburger is at in the comments below. We'll talk to you soon. How easy is that? That is so easy to do. And you can have fun doing it. You could be holding a cheeseburger, right? Maybe you're not holding a cheeseburger. So have fun with it. And again, think of yourself as the ambassador. Right? On the 20th, you're an ambassador for a locally owned pizza place. And imagine as you get better at doing this, one of our clients, Leo, he started out doing this just like most of you, probably a few dozen views at most on this stuff. He said within a couple of months, I think 4 to 5 months, he is getting thousands of views. Some of his stuff is getting 10,000 views, and his more popular things are getting 15 to 16,000 views. So it is the doing it part. That's the doing it part consistently. We're providing you with the tools. We're providing you with the scripts. We're providing you with the days to do it. We're providing you with the training and the steps on how to do it. All you need to do is actually do it, put your personality to it, have fun doing it, and get it out the door, because no one is going to see you. You're going to have no visibility. No one is ever going to talk to you or call you if you don't put in this work. It's not that hard. It's not even that expensive. All right. It's not that expensive. You can lean into a lot of the stuff that's free. So are there any other questions before I let you go so you can get to work? Get in the mastermind group if you have any questions on any of this stuff. If you have if it's more of a support thing, oh, how do I do this exact little thing? Get with our support team. They're going to be faster to help you out. But if you got more of a strategy or an idea or something like that, definitely share that with me in the mastermind group. I would love to see it. Where's the calendar? If you click on training, and so this is the content calendar, really. We talk about marketing, a listing yours or borrowed every week, a pending sold every week, right? Then a guide every week. And then we got a home seller offer every week. Everybody good to go? Malcolm, good to see you. Oh, Robert, nice, good. Chadwick again and Andrew, cool. Jack, awesome. Oh, the national days, I'm sorry. You can either go to the dashboard and scroll down and you'll see those there, or come to social content and real quickly pay attention right here, just in case. To have those show up on your calendar, go to topics. They may already be there, but just in case they're not. And under holidays, do random. Now, I would also do international and American. If you're in Canada, you can do Canada. So I would do all three of these. And I believe it is the random, but then also there's some good ones that work with this for international as well. Then obviously with American. So when you select those three, as appropriate, then you're going to see these gold little jelly beans or whatever. And for example, right here is national cheese. Now, like I said, there's a straight up script right here, view script. And this is also the same one that's on the dashboard. And this is fine. This is a great script, but I would use this script right here. And I will actually put this in the mastermind group just because, again, it's tying me into that local business, right? Like I said, all the people that like Nubans that see my video and they see my passion, they see my energy about it, they're going to be like, yeah, man, I love Nubans is awesome. Nubans is a local like treasure type of thing. One of those kinds of things, right? So when all these people that like that place see my video, they're just going to like me more. And as I do more and more of these videos, they're going to like me even more and more, where pretty soon, I don't care what local business you're looking at online, you got videos related to them. So yeah, anyways, thank you everybody for joining us. Get into the mastermind group. Please like the video, subscribe to our channel on YouTube if you haven't already. Leave comments under the videos. Those comments really help us make sure that we get more people to see the videos. And with that, I will talk to you all soon. Thanks, everybody.